Hello, it's Dave at Lighter Home again, and in this video we're going to talk about these, which are the remote control system for a Fantasia ceiling fan. Now these remote controls can work pretty much all Fantasia fans. There are a few models that have their own unique remote control system, but the principle is always the same. They're very easy to install, and we'll do a video soon to explain that process. But right now, we'll open this up and we'll have a little look at the bits and pieces you get inside and explain. Okay, so when you open up a Fantasia remote control, the two major parts you will find are the handset with all the buttons on and the receiver unit. We'll go into that in a moment, but we'll concentrate on the handset first of all. So the handset basically has 4 buttons on the front, one to control the speed, which is high, medium and low, and one to control the light. Obviously the speed controls speak for themselves. The light button you can press to bring the light on or off, but if you hold it down, the actual light on your Fantasia fan will cycle from high to low. So it's a dimming function basically. You can bring it up to 100%, or you can bring it down to whatever you want. And if you leave it at a certain percent, say you want the light to be 3/4, so 75% of brightness to dim the room a little bit, if you bring it to that and then just press the button on and off, it'll always come back on at that actual level until you change things. The receiver unit is the portion that actually fits into the fan itself. Now this is retrofit, so you can fit a remote control to the Fantasia fan after the fan has been fitted. A couple of years, a couple of months, whatever you want to do. If it hasn't got a remote, you can usually add one to it. This fits into the top of the fan, basically where it attaches to the ceiling level under that little cup on the ceiling. If we have a little look at it, it's quite simple. There's only a few cables coming out of it. It's easy to wire in because it's colour coded, and there are little marks on it as well. There is instructions on the back as well describing how you wire it. If we have a little look closely at the unit itself, you can see there's 4 little switches just about here in the blue. They're basically what they call the dip switches, and you set those to either up or down. Now if you have a little look at the back of the remote control handset, you'll see the 4 same little switches just about here. That's it. Now as long as those switches are in the same position as on the receiver unit, then basically the fan will talk to the remote control and the remote control will talk to the fan.
You'll also find in the box a battery for the handset, a neat little holder to fit onto the wall for when you're finished with the handset itself, a connector block for attaching up the receiver unit into the fan, little pack of raw plugs and screws, and a full set of instructions. If you needed any advice for fitting the remote control into your fan, you can always give Lighter Home a call anyway. Our telephone number is 024 7671 7043.
Just make sure everything is safe when doing any work on your ceiling fan, so ensure all the electrics are turned off because you don't want any accidents, of course. And once the receiver is fitted and the handset is working, there's a little syncing process you can go through if you have any issues. If you press the light button on your handset and the light doesn't come on your ceiling fan, then simply pull the cord for the light on your ceiling fan and that will sync the light. Equally, if you press high speed button on your handset for the ceiling fan and the fan doesn't start to spin, just pull the actual metal cord dangling from your fan for the speeds as well, and that will sync up the speeds. That's the syncing process.
So as you can see, this is actually a Fantasia receiver unit wired into a Fantasia ceiling fan motor. You can see the 3 colour-coded cables coming out the side of the receiver unit and going into the connector block and connecting up to the same colour-coded cables coming out of the fan itself. There's the earth cable there as well that would go into your house's electrics, connecting with your house's earth. And there's the live and the neutral. The little black cable is the aerial for the receiver unit. So that's pretty much it for connecting one up. Basically, when it's done, it would fit inside that unit there, nicely against the ceiling, all tucked up, safe and sound. There's enough room to fit it in there. And if your fan is already on the ceiling, then on the fixing bracket, there's usually a little hook that you can hook the motor onto to help it dangle while you're doing all the electrical work. So yeah, that's fitting a receiver unit into a Fantasia ceiling fan.